Casco Bay off the coast of Portland. I remember feeling a sense of wonder when I was young and witnessing the profound beauty of the natural world surrounding me. My life may have seemed ideal on the outside in many ways, but on the inside, I was scared and restless. I have come to understand as an adult that a large part of this fundamental discomfort within myself was due to trauma from childhood sexual abuse. Sadly, this is common for so many of us who suffer with substance use disorder or other types of addictions. Given this, it makes sense that my body never felt truly safe or like a place I could come home to. It makes sense that I was looking for something to dull the pain. Fast forward a decade. I barely graduated high school. I had already been struggling with substance use disorder for years. The summer after my graduation, I packed up my car and left for a 1.5-year-long road trip. That time was a blur of parties, drugs, and traumatic experiences. It was during this time that my mother reported me as a missing person. I can't imagine the pain she must have felt. I was 18 and halfway across the country when I first found heroin, and everything changed. You see, in the beginning, heroin offered me something that I hadn't found anywhere else in life. It offered me a deep sense of comfort and peace. My crippling anxiety disappeared when I injected my drug of choice, and for a brief amount of time, nothing hurt. However, my experience with heroin shifted quickly, and soon I needed it to simply get out of bed in the morning. My mind became consumed by thoughts of how to secure my next high, and my behavior spiraled out of control as I began to do things to support my habit that had once seemed unimaginable. I shared needles. I stole. I sold my body for drugs and put myself in incredibly dangerous situations. As a result, the trauma I experienced increased exponentially. However, I am here today to tell you that my story didn't end there. No. Friends, beloved community, it didn't. In fact, this past December, I had the great privilege of celebrating my 11th year in recovery from substance use disorder. My healing has taken a great deal of work and a willingness to look at everything in my life from a different angle. It has required that I let go of being an island within myself and learn to accept the support of a loving and compassionate community. Practically speaking, my recovery has required that I go to various treatment centers, 12-step programs, and take part in multiple healing modalities. I've needed the support of different medications and herbs at various stages on my path. I've also cultivated a deep practice of self-care coupled with service work within my community. In 2013, I was ordained as an interfaith minister through the Chaplaincy Institute of Maine. I have a reverence and passion for end-of-life care. I also have experienced firsthand the joys and challenges of bringing new life into the world, as I have 3 beautiful children of my own, who I consider my greatest teachers. Over these past 10 years, I have deeply studied meditation in various forms and enjoy guiding others as they discover a meaningful practice of their own. Recently, I have had the unbelievable honor of becoming part of both the Portland Recovery Community Center as well as Journey magazine. What true gifts and great assets these 2 organizations are for our entire state, truly. 1 month ago, I completed a recovery coach training and am so incredibly excited about this new, inclusive, strength-based, peer-supported recovery movement that's taking root. It's really a beautiful thing to be part of. A decade ago, when I was actively using, these incredible and invaluable resources didn't exist. There was very little support for people like me. And there was even less for my family members, who were also greatly affected by my illness. Community-based organizations like the Portland Recovery Community Center are essential because they offer an accessible, welcoming place for people to go when seeking help to recover. A place where we won't be judged or looked at as less than human. A place where we will be embraced and supported exactly where we are in our individual journeys. After all, we are members of our communities. We are neighbors, friends, children, parents, siblings. We are not others. We are human. Whether we are still actively using or in recovery, we are human. We desperately need to be seen, listened to, supported, and invested in, because we absolutely do recover. Recovery is happening around us all the time. And because of this, we must remain ever hopeful. Thank you kindly for your time.